Alright, today we're going to be looking at the addition and subtraction of integers. And I have four examples here, 5 plus 3, negative 4 minus 7, 3 minus 1, and 5 minus 8. And what we really want to identify is the sign of each one of these numbers. This is a positive 5, a positive 3. This is a negative 4 and a negative 7. We could rewrite that as negative 4 plus negative 7, but keep in mind the sign that is associated with the 7 is negative and the sign associated with the 4 is negative. 3 minus 1, this is a positive 3 and a negative 1, positive 5, and a negative 8. We have two possibilities for our signs. They can either be both signs are the same, or you could have both signs being opposite. Signs are opposite. Right? And you can see that in these first two examples, both the signs are the same. It's a plus 5 and a plus 3, a negative 4 and a negative 7. So if that's the case, what we're going to do is, if both signs are the same, you're going to add the two numbers, add the numbers, and keep the sign. So for this one, we have a positive 5 and a positive 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. They're both positive, so it's a positive 8. A negative 4 and a negative 7, the same, negative, negative. 7 plus 4 is 11, but the sign is negative. If the signs are opposite, which I have in these other last two examples here, you will subtract the two values, subtract the numbers, and keep the sign from the larger number. Okay, so let's look at 3 and negative 1. This is a positive 3 and a negative 1. So we're going to subtract the two numbers and keep the sign of the larger number. 3 is a larger number than 1, so it's going to be positive. 3 minus 1 is 2. It's a positive 2. If we look at the second example, we have a 5 minus an 8. Now these signs are opposite. This is a plus 5 and a negative 8, so we're going to subtract the two values, right? We always take the larger number and then subtract the smaller number from it. 8 minus 5 is a 3. Now what is larger, an 8 or a 5? An 8 is larger than a 5. What's the sign associated with the 8? It's a negative. Your answer is negative 3. The only other condition you might come across is when you see two negatives back to back. If you ever see that, just rewrite it as a positive. A minus a negative creates a positive, kind of like a double negative in our spoken language. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. Or if you saw negative 7, that would just be positive 7.